Hi, my name is Lizzie. So in terms of explaining the conditional issues I've been facing, I have chronic fatigue, and so I've been experiencing kind of pains and aches, particularly in the morning, first thing in the morning when I wake up, throughout the day, kind of big like periods of tiredness, like quite extreme fatigue, really struggling to kind of do more than the bare minimum. Like sometimes that can be just getting up, going to work, and not having any energy, or I work from home but not having any energy to kind of do anything after that. Sometimes even that can be a struggle. I'm experiencing kind of brain fog, lots of anxiety more recently, and a kind of poor, weakened immune system. So quite regularly getting kind of colds and flus and kind of illnesses. Um, in terms of kind of how that impacts my life, it obviously makes it quite difficult when it's particularly bad, to do kind of the bare minimum. So like I said, I kind of struggle with work sometimes, but particularly with kind of social life, that can mean that I don't have excess energy for I guess like seeing friends or hobbies, other things in my life that I might want to do. Um, it can also mean that kind of the basics of taking care of myself can be quite a lot of energy. Sometimes going just a walk to the supermarket can feel like too much for me. And so then being able to kind of eat healthily, and do the ththings that I need to do to look after myself can obviously be a bit of a challenge. In terms of things that I've tried so far to manage it and the results, over the years I was told that I likely had chronic fatigue. Um, a long, long time ago, sort of, like over the last 10 years or so, I've been dealing with that. And so things that I've tried are kind of nutrition, so changing my diet. At various points, I've cut out various different things to see if that would make a difference. Lots of supplements, therapy, and those things have had mixed results. In some instances, they've made things a little bit better, but nothing has really kind of shifted the needle enough that I feel like I've got some sense of normality back, or kind of control back, which is what I'm looking for really. I don't really have like I guess a strategy for how to deal with it longer term. In terms of how I discovered NeuroSim, I literally just saw an advert on social media. I saw a video of somebody talking about it, and I'd read or I'd seen a lot about the vagus nerve previously, and so I was really, really curious as to how the device would work. In terms of, I guess, questions that I had before trying it and what research I did, I was obviously keen to look at the studies that existed, and understand a bit of the science behind how it works. That was really important to me. I wanted to look at kind of, the studies showing the kind of efficacy of the device, as well as kind of alternatives on the market. I didn't want to just dive into the first thing I saw, but was really reassured to see, I guess, studies supporting the method of using the device, and that particular device itself. So yeah, that was really important to me in terms of research. In terms of what ultimately convinced me to give it a try, um, honestly, the evidence and the studies were really helpful. I saw a number of reviews online as well of people talking positively about it, which convinced me that it would be worth giving it a go. And finally, it was the kind of 30-day money back guarantee, which just gave me the confidence that if it didn't work for me, I hadn't spent what is quite a significant amount of money on something that wasn't going to work. So that was really reassuring. Yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you.